go over some named constants, starting with literals. And literals may be given names that symbolically represent them in a program. A step above that is named constants, and they're like variables, which are literals, but its content is read-only. It cannot be changed while the program is running. So if we have an example like the following, we'll do const, C-O-N-S-T, you can see it already pops up here, and then we'll have double, and we can say like interest rate is equal to 0.069, and that means that this isn't going to change. And this is great if we're doing some kind of banking algorithm and we want the interest rate to be fixed. We never want it to change at all. We can obviously come back into our code and change this if we want to. However, we don't want it to change at all otherwise through our program. So again, this can't be changed. If you try to change it, so we'll do interest underscore rate, it's a constant double. If we set it equal to, like, let's say 5.0 or 6.0, sorry, you can see that this underline right here cannot assign to variable with a constant qualifier. And that is this qualifier right here. If we get rid of it, we're able to reassign it. However, we're not able to assign it with the constant in front of it. And that's pretty much it. It makes programs more self-documenting. It allows widespread changes to be made easier. And with that out of the way, let's talk about programming style. This is really short, just a little add-on. Programming style is basically how your program looks, and this varies between programs and programmers. Now, there's a very general sense of how a program should look, but little things like this int main line 7, you can either put this bracket on the same line, or you can move it down to the next line. And this is the same with any loops or statements, whatever have you. And loops or statements, remember, if you have like a for loop and you have your conditions inside of here, I'm just going to do some pseudocode, and then you have your brackets like this. If you only have one line of code, you actually don't need these brackets because it's going to execute this code as long as it's only one line. So sometimes you don't even need them. Same thing with statements or other loops. But again, that's just style, and that just depends on how you want to write your program. So that's it for our named constants and the little extra section of programming style. If you want more C++, it's in the playlist linked below that like button.